it's Arien with Arien Gabriella. Hope you're doing amazing. Welcome to the Cosmic Energy Update for December 2022. So as we know, December is the 12th month of the year and 1 + 2 = 3. 3 is a number of mastery. I consider it also to be a number of grounding and a number of manifestation. And since this is the year 2022, where 2 + 2 + 2 = 6, I feel like the month of December especially, as well as the month of March, of course, were major years about solidifying and finalizing the manifestations and the mastery of our physical realities. Because 6, I consider to be a number of the material and of the physical. December is a month about moving further into our mastery and really solidifying our manifestations. You remember in October, I told you that, and November as well, that we are kind of in a hatching phase where our manifestations are coming. I don't know about you, but like October through November was a major manifestation month for me. am on the precipice of realizing some dreams that I have been working towards for almost a decade now. It feels amazing to almost be there, but some of the things haven't quite materialized or manifested. That's why I feel like it's kind of like a hatching phase. So there's so many beautiful, amazing things about this month specifically, and I will give you some important energy themes. So a couple of the major themes for December are regeneration, reintegration and calibration, recognition, regret, and the illusion of the past, as well as celebration and reunion. So I'm going to read a little bit about what I received from Spirit with regards to some of the different themes. So the first one is regeneration. So the planetary configurations of December lend itself to powerful and long-lasting energies of transformation and regeneration. We are shedding the layers of who we were and getting to know ourselves again. And we may be shocked that there are parts of ourselves emerging now that we don't recognize. December is a moment of integration where we begin to realize that in many ways we aren't who we thought we were, and finally that stops scaring us. We are more willing to embrace newness than we ever were before, and we walk into 2023 with genuine sense of hope and optimism about what we'll be able to dream and manifest with a renewed sense of self-love and self-acceptance. This is also the perfect month to get together either by yourself or with your loved ones to reflect on how much you've grown. Looking back, this time last year, I feel like a completely different person. I feel like I have done ginormous, that's not a word, but just ginormous, massive changes. It's shocking because I never thought that I would be here looking back at where I was a year ago. And obviously I have some like amazing friends and mentors to thank for that. But you know, in any way, I have a feeling that for better or worse, whether you liked it or not, there has been at least one area of your life where there has been just a massive upheaval, massive transformation, or massive realization. And when that happens, it can be shocking, it can be scary, but what that does is it gives us a chance to, it usually uncovers a layer, something about us that maybe we didn't know, or some truth that we didn't want to face. And when that happens, it's a beautiful opportunity for recalibration and reintegration, a rediscovery and a renewal. So this is an amazing time, just generally throughout the entire month, to just reset, reflect, and renew. I don't know why I'm using so many R's. As far as the theme of recognition, this kind of goes a little bit into the theme of regeneration. There's a deep conviction of who you are in a way that is very new and fresh. So taking the time to nurture and care for that new aspect of you, and to be very delicate and compassionate with yourself during this time, so that this new aspect of you you're just now discovering can grow, is essential. Treat yourself kind of as a new baby. Don't be too hard on yourself. Give yourself care and nurturing. It's so important because you're kind of you're getting to know yourself again, and that can take time and that can be scary. So just treat this new aspect of you as a new baby that you need to nurture. we'll be able to manifest a little bit better than we ever have before, because we have a deeper and greater sense of our own self-awareness, as well as a deeper and greater sense of what will actually make us happy and what we actually need to thrive. More and more as humanity goes on, we're loosening the shackles of what society tells us we should be doing and following our hearts, our inner calling. And now is a good time to tap into, like, who am I, what do I want, and where am I going? And to just have, you don't have to have like a hard plan, but just have some goals, you know, within that framework for you to focus on as you move into 2023. I'm not the biggest fan of, what do they call them? New Year's resolutions, because I really feel like for me, I never gave much thought to my resolutions. They were always just really crappy, like, oh, I need to lose weight, you know, like things that I really didn't need, that so vapid. But I feel like this December 2022 is amazing time to not write just about your New Year's resolutions, but also like your new life resolutions. Like, what is the code by which you are going to live by from this point forward? You know, what are your boundaries? What is it that you want to manifest? If you don't have your 5-year plan as far as the things you want to manifest, or your 10-year plan, this would be an amazing time. I love to do some soul searching, come up with some very core goals that are important to me every year or so. And this feels like a good time to do it. And just put down, like, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, and just allow the universe to work with you and through you. You can even do some spells around your list if you want to, just to help you solidify and manifest into 2023. Regret and the illusion of the past. So basically, you know, this can be a little bit of a shadow aspect as we move into the new phases of who we are. There can be a tendency to look back on what we were tolerating in the past, the way we behaved in the past, the things we've done in the past, the things that have been done to us, and to look back on it and be like, damn, if I hadn't known now, or, you know, if I'd have known now what I knew then I wouldn't be in this place. Why did it take so much for me to figure this out? You know, like for me personally, like I'm working to heal a physical issue that I've been dealing with, and sometimes just kind of looking back, I feel like maybe if I'd have done something differently, or maybe sought treatment earlier, I wouldn't be having such a tough time like working through this issue now. But ultimately, every single challenge and every single step we make is a learning experience, and understanding that, you know, you're not perfect. You do have things that you need to work on. If you didn't, you wouldn't be alive, is breaking through that illusion of regret. Because really, it's easy to have regret if you look at your past in a perfectionistic way, that it had to be perfect or had to be done right before the first time. But if you look at yourself in a compassionate way, with the understanding that these experiences are here to help you grow, and you don't know everything, and that's okay, like that is the light that kind of shines through and breaks up all the judgment and the shame and the regret that may be popping up as we shed one aspect of ourselves and go into a new one. Celebration and reunion. I feel like that's a common for December because it's Christmas, right? I mean, not everyone celebrates Christmas, but we do have a lot of different, you know, religious stuff that goes along with the holiday season. We have Hanukkah, we have Kwanzaa, I actually really love Kwanzaa. I've never formally celebrated it, but I always do like to take the time for self-reflection. Like if you research Kwanzaa and the different days, I think it's beautiful to at least take the time to like journal or reflect on the different themes for Kwanzaa. Like there's a different theme for each day, so that's really fun. And there's obviously Christmas. So, and most of us, even if we're not in that religion, somehow we kind of get wrapped up in it in some form or another. Like it's quite common. If nothing more than everyone gets a day off to celebrate together. So it can be a day of celebration. It can be a day of reunion with families gathering together if you want to go see your family. If not, it can be a time of reunion for yourself where, again, you come home to who you really are and what you're really about and what really works for you in your life. And if it comes down to like you had an abusive family and they're not working for you, just honoring that and taking the time for self-reunification is enough. But on some level, I think that everyone this holiday season strives for a little bit of fun. And, if you choose, your reality and your thoughts, then I think it's something that you can find more so than ever as we go along from this December onwards, as more light enters this planet. So overall, this December is a very joyous time. At least it has the potential to be a very joyous time if you take advantage of the energies that are being presented this month. It feels much more relaxed, much more carefree than the month of November. And the month of November was very roller coastery, I felt, like really high highs, really low lows. December feels like a nice, calm water. There might be some bumps later on in the month, but right now it just feels like just like nice, calm. It feels like a good energy to really allow for you to just settle back into yourself if maybe you've been dealing with some stresses or some chaos. But I'm Arien with Arien Gabriella. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much.